Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm back with the 9th layout using the page kits. So only a couple more and all those will be done, and then we'll do sort of a recap, and then we'll look through the scraps and see how many layouts we can get done with what's left over. Talking about scraps, I'm going through some of the papers that are left over because with this page kit, I had a lot of yellow embellishments, so I want to pull in maybe a little bit more of the yellow papers, which I don't remember if I end up using them or not. But I just wanted them around just in case of, a maybe. So these pictures are some pictures that we took. It was our first big family meal that we had in our new house. So we moved in last October, so it was October 6th, 2016. And then the Sunday, we had it was Thanksgiving that weekend, like on Monday. So we had it on Sunday. So we had our big Thanksgiving dinner. And so there was, both my daughters were there, and my youngest daughter's fiance, and, Jessica and Mason, and my mom and her husband. And so it was super nice. We were barely moved in. Like, we had been there like 4 days. And actually, like, the day before, they had moved in delivered our furniture. So the guy from the place that we bought our furniture, they came, and while we were moving in, they were setting up the table and the bed and the couch and all that stuff. So at least we had somewhere to sit down and eat, because the first few days that we were in the house, we didn't have any furniture because they only delivered in our area on Saturdays. They had actually finished our house on the Wednesday afternoon, like about 2-ish. So Wednesday afternoon, what we did was, it was too late to start moving stuff. So what we did was we just went in, where we came in, and we just washed everything while there was nothing in the house. So, there's always dust. And I mean, they did a good job cleaning, but just around the door frames, around the windows, I washed all the windows and all that stuff. So then when we moved in, we were totally moved in, and I didn't have to worry about that kind of stuff. And like I said, they moved our furniture on Saturday, and then on Sunday, we had a big Thanksgiving meal. And we had to buy a new turkey roaster because the one we had was not very good anyway. And we ended up going to one of our local stores here, and it was on for like 80% off. So it worked out good, and we needed a new one. And then I didn't have to worry about, figuring out which box that was in because, like I said, we had just moved in the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We took our time moving in. We took 3 full days moving in. And then that way we didn't have to rush. And it was kind of soon to be sort of like, having people over when you're just moved in. But it all worked out. We had, Thanksgiving dinner, and everything went off really well. And it was just nice to be able to sort of sit down after moving boxes for 3 days, and then just enjoy a meal with the family. So I just took the background, which is a cardstock, and it's just dark navy with some white polka dots or white flickers, almost like it was inked, like sprayed with drips of inks. And I cut down my photos so that it makes like a block. I mounted it on that blue cardstock, which I cut out of the center, and then I took one of the pattern papers, and it was a light blue, and it was a perfect place to journal. And I made a block with that, with my photos. And then I cut a strip of the floral pattern paper. I took another of the 6x6 and cut it right in 4 pieces. So 4 3x3s, and I'm going to make it look like it's a bigger sheet of pattern paper. And then the background, which is nice big stripes, I just cut it down by about half an inch, quarter of an inch, and then mounted the whole thing on the blue cardstock. Again, because this pattern paper is super flimsy, because it was at a really good deal. I mean, you got 180 sheets for, I think here in Canada they sell them for $29.99, which I know is ridiculous. But I mean, it's still a lot of paper, but I know you can get them in the States for like $15. But anyway, here is $29.99. I used a 50% off coupon, so I paid $15 for it. But for $15, it's a really good deal to get 180 sheets of pattern paper. So it doesn't bother me too much that it's flimsy. I did take some ink, distress ink, and I inked all the edges of the blue pattern papers with the blue ink. I think it was like blue jeans or something like that. And then I took a yellow ink and I inked the edges of all the yellow embellishments, because I didn't want it to have a blue edge to it. I just wanted it to look a little bit more maybe defined, but I didn't want it to look like a blue outline on the yellow. I don't think that I would have liked that. So again, I just took the embellishments that I had put with this page kit, cut that circle in half so that I could use it on 2 of the embellishment clusters, and start dividing the embellishments between all the different clusters. And as I'm putting them down, I'm just making sure that each embellishment touches the other one so that it looks like it belongs part of that embellishment cluster. So that's why you're seeing me moving that heart around. I'm just moving it around until I find that it's overlapping the other one, so it's making it look part of that embellishment cluster. So while I'm doing that, again, because I'm filming my scrap room, it's making me think of a lot of different things. And as I'm filming my scrap room, I was thinking about some of my supplies that are feeling a little neglected, supplies or tools. So my question to you today is, which supplies or tools feel maybe a little lonely or neglected in your scrap room? For me, it's definitely my Silhouette and my Cricut. About 5 years ago, I mean, not joking, people would call me the Cricut girl because I use my Cricut all the time. And I had done a few classes on the Cricut, and there wasn't a page that I would put together that I didn't use my Cricut. Now, I haven't used my Cricut in about 5 years. I've since bought the Silhouette, and the first time that it was out of the box is about a week ago when I unpacked it and put it in my scrap room. So I gotta, definitely boot that up and add it to my computer and start using that. So my Silhouette and my Cricut is definitely 2 things that are feeling neglected in my scrap room. Some other things, I think my stamps. I need to use my stamps a whole lot more. And what else that I was looking at, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to, focus on using that a little bit more. But I think it was my punches. Maybe I do use my punches a little bit, but I need to use them a little bit more. So my cutting machines, definitely, including like my Cuttlebug, my Big Shot, and my Cricut, and my Silhouette, and my stamps, definitely my stamps. And so I'll say that for me is what is probably feeling the most neglected in my scrap room. And I'm going to make a point of using those in the next few months for sure. So let me know in the comments section which tools or supplies in your scrap room need some loving. And on that note, I this is sort of the end of the layout. I'm going to put a couple of titles. I'm going to put family meal, and then in my journaling block, I'm going to put Thanksgiving, and then I'll journal about all that. And just to remind you, for the month of July, I'll be uploading a video a day for the entire month of July. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. And if you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, and we will talk to you again tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.